2019, Max Verstappen's Red Bull became the first Honda-powered car to win at Interlagos since Ayrton Senna's McLaren back in 1991. The Brazilian Grand Prix of 1994 was the last time any World Championship F1 race was won by over a lap. The Brazilian Grand Prix of 2008 was the scene of one of the closest title battles in F1 history. Lewis Hamilton shattered the dreams of Felipe Massa to take the championship in the final corner on the final lap of the race. In 1989, the circuit was reconstructed and made considerably shorter. The circuit went from 4.9 miles long to just 2.6, making it one of the shorter circuits raced in recent years. Fernando Alonso has never taken victory in Brazil, yet the Spaniard has made the podium on 8 occasions, more than any other current driver, only twice less than Michael Schumacher, who stood on the podium 10 times, 4 times the Grand Prix winner. When Max Verstappen set the fastest lap in the 2016 Brazilian GP, he became the youngest driver to have ever set fastest lap record at just a month over 19 years old. You join us here today at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix in Brazil. Drivers here will be tackling this 190-mile round trip through 71 laps of this iconic circuit.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to Formula 7 Racing. This is the Silver Division here in Brasilia. Mir Grandis is already out. Sam the Man is already on a lap as well. Just come through the Senna S's and down the Reta Aposta straight, the DRS straight. The McLaren driver. I'm just going to do a quick sound check. So I'm just going to do another quick sound check as I'm on board. So, Sam the Man has invalidated it. It is me, Red. Pera is also on a lap, just come out of the Senna S's. There's another Haas driver of Fiore Udi, who's just setting a lap time. The championship leader of Banana just coming through as Sam the Man gets out of the way. Purple sector 2 and in towards Junchao at turn 12. Through turn 13 we go and down the DRS straight. Down through turn 15. And then towards the line we go, and Banana sets the benchmark with a 108.5. A Fixter also on a lap coming down towards the final corner. Fairjack just about to start, so we'll stay on board with A Fixter in the Williams. Through turn 14 we go. And down the DRS straight for the Williams driver. To the line we go, and A Fixter goes a 109.2 and goes P2. We've got Pera now, the Greek driver. Has he just backed out there? No, he's not. To the line, it's a 108.375. And it's provisional pole here at the moment. F1 Viva. Sergio Silva came for a 108.9 to the Alpine driver, going up to P3. We have a few drivers. That is... who was that? Jack just starting his flying lap. Owen to the line, the Aston Martin driver, and he will go again. So he's made a huge mistake at some point there. Cryptic Salt on a lap. Doug setting his lap, and Strategy goes fastest. A 108.333 from the Alfa Romeo driver. So a lot of drivers now on laps. Viva is going to be next. Mir Grandis has a qualifying ban. UFRL Viva is going to go again. Cryptic Salt has invalidated. Matt Robinson in the Alfa Romeo, just stuck behind a Haas there. Oh, he's invalidated it as well. So Doug in the Red Bull. There's a few drivers coming up towards the line, getting them banker laps in here in Brazil. Thanks, Red. it was an amazing race actually, because all the way through the race I was trying to help my teammate. I was trying to slow Taylor down in towards the corners. There's a lot of times that I lost DRS because I was trying to slow Taylor down in towards the corners. I was going slower than normal, and then I was trying to get back within DRS range to try and help my teammate. And then right near the end of the race, I tried to overtake my teammate and then burn my ERS to try and keep him with me, using the DRS to try and take him away with that 5-second time penalty away from the drivers behind, but we just about missed out. But it was still P1 and P3, but it was just an amazing race, battling with Taylor and teaming up with my teammate. It was so good. So we have a lot of drivers that have now set laps. Fair Jack in the Williams, Cryptic Salt in the Red Bull, still trying to go for a lap. Matt Robinson in the Alfa Romeo is going to be next. So Matt Robinson in the Alfa Romeo, down towards the line we go, and it's a 108.8 and it's P6 for the British driver. PX Limits has invalidated it. Fair Jack is going to be next. Cryptic Soul, it's actually Doug going in towards the pits. Fair Jack in the Williams, let's see what he can do. Down towards the line we go, it's a 108.8 and it's P6, takes it off Matt Robinson. PX Limits and Cryptic Soul has invalidated it again. He must have invalidated it on the final corner. Into the pit lane we go. PX Limits in the Alpha Tauri. Merckx is now on a lap, the championship contender. And also Destroyer in the McLaren is in. PX Limits has invalidated it, so we'll go on board with Merckx. Let's see what the Aston Martin driver can do. And he's gone purple, sector 1. I tell you, I do believe if Merckx had been here right from the start of the season, he would 100% be in the lead of this championship, and it would be a great battle between him and Banana. But there's been a lot of changes in Silver this season, which has left Banana right out in the lead, which has been great for him and his consistency. Merckx down towards turn 12 and through turn 13 and 14 goes the Aston Martin, down towards turn 15 and then in towards the start finish line. I'll send 2 more, mate, but I want to concentrate on qualifying. If it's not working, mate, it might be worth just restarting. It says you're in, it says there's 18 drivers. So Merckx goes up to P4, we did miss that. PX Limits yet to set a lap in the Alpha Tauri. There we go, he's in. So PX Limits in the Alpha Tauri is finally going to get a lap on the board. It looks very slow though, maybe he's made a mistake. Into the pit lane he goes. Cryptic Soul is back out. Oh, PX Limits is retired in the pit lane. Wow. So he didn't even set a lap, 9 minutes to go, and Pera has gone fastest with a 108.1. The Haas driver. We've had a lot of drivers drop down this season because they weren't happy in their respective divisions, and we've found a lot of drivers starting to dominate divisions that they're not supposed to be in, and that's what we've got here in Silver as well. We've got a lot of fast drivers, potentially gold drivers racing in at Silver. Oh, we had a screen freeze and smack the pit wall. Can you believe that? So Pera is fastest at the moment. Banana back into the pit lane. A Fixter is down on his lap time in the Williams. Doug in the Red Bull, just starting his flying lap right behind his teammate. Jay has gifted a tier 1 sub to me, Grandees. Thank you so much, Jay. Really appreciate that, really appreciate the support, and what a race today. What a double podium for McLaren. So Doug in the Red Bull, currently in P13 with a 109.3, needs to improve. Maybe he can find some improvement. Cryptic Salt will be just in front of him. There's a yellow flag as there's a McLaren just trying to get out of the way. I don't think he hinders anybody. Destroyer is now on his way out. Cryptic Salt is going to be first. A Fixer trying to go again. Viva, Sergio Silva, Fear Jack is trying to go again. He's on an outlet, but it will be Cryptic Salt who comes through first. Cryptic Salt through turn 15. And down towards the line, Cryptic Salt with a 109.3 goes P14. Not a bad lap from Cryptic Salt. And his teammate of Doug goes up to P11, so fantastic lap from the Red Bull drivers. F7R Jack in the Ferrari, yet to set a lap time, but here he comes. The Scuderia driver down towards turn 11. Out of turn 12 and 13 goes the Ferrari. The man from Newcastle. He's been incredible lately. Out of turn 15, down towards line goes F7R Jack at 108.9. It's only P9 for the Ferrari driver. Destroyer is about to start his flying lap for the first time with 6.5 minutes to go. The McLaren of Destroyer, the Indian driver, in towards turn 4 at the end of Renault Acosta, and the Ferrari just moving out the way. It says purple sector 1. He's got a car right on his tail. That is an Alpine of Viva, just trying to take the slipstream away from Destroyer. In towards turn 10 at the top of the hill, and then back down the left-hander, as many of you will remember from when Lewis Hamilton overtook Timo Glock to win the World Championship away from Felipe Massa. And Destroyer out of turn 15 and down towards the line goes the McLaren driver. To the line, it's a 108.7 and it's P7 just behind his teammate. Viva goes up to P10. This is extremely close at the moment. Gennady still in the pit lane. May Grandis and PX Limits out of qualifying. Pera is coming back out again. If any silver drivers are listening, I won't be able to do commentary, the interviews at the end of the Grand Prix, as I've got to go and do me Nana and Grandad shopping straight after the race. So that is the reason I won't be able to do it. So Udit in the Haas is going to try and improve. We do have a few drivers out on track. Viva's down. Destroyer putting an incredible lap, and now here comes the championship leader. Banana coming down, Retta Aposta just going to slide in behind that Red Bull and use the slipstream to his advantage. Through turn 4 and 5, the two left-handers. And down the hill we go. Alfa Romeo just moving off the track. Oh, Banana. He messes it up. He just slightly touches the grass, and that takes him offline, and he will not be happy about that. Pera is also improving. Banana will go to the line. Oh, wow, he nearly invalidated it. It goes out wide, and he's not going to improve. He was down by 4 tenths. So we have a few more drivers. Sergio Silva on an outlet. Matt Robertson is going again in the Alfa Romeo. 3.5 minutes here in Brazil. Purple sector 2 for Matt Robertson. Your current world champion, maybe for only one more race. The man from Bristol, out of turn 15, down towards line we go. And it's a 108.6, it's up to P7. Viva is out. Viva la Viva Pera goes even faster, a 108.1. He's 2 tenths quicker than the rest of the pack at the moment. Fairjack goes up to P7 in the Williams. So he is 100% a silver driver, and he's showing that here. Sergio Silva in the Alpine. All the drivers are either on laps, on out laps, or coming out. Destroyer on the way back out. There's a couple of drivers that have invalidated it. The Red Bull of Cryptic Salt is going to be next. Is he going to do enough to get up from P16? It's close. It's close to the line, and it's up to P15. And goes in front of a Fixter Ginaudi. He's finally out, but he's right behind 2 Aston Martins who are just waving to each other. And Sergio Silva, the Portuguese driver, down towards the line he goes. Sergio with a 108.9, only P12. He did improve ever so slightly. Strategy is also making up time. Here comes Matt into the pit lane. He can do no more. F7R Jack is trying to improve. The Aston Martins are working together. They're both on out. Last Banana is out. Merckx is out. A huge crash on the lap to start their last flying lap is out. Sam the man came through to take P2. Strategy is still improving. What happened with Bowen? Was he hindered by his teammate? He's not even got overtake on. And he's going to block a Mercedes here. He's on his final run. That is Ginaudi that is stuck behind this Aston Martin who's just not watching. That is so unfortunate for Ginaudi, and now he's invalidated it. And that is really annoying for Poem, who just blocked, who's up into P4. And the man who's in P3 in the championship was not able to set a lap as the driver just blocks him. Jack in the Ferrari is up to P9, but he's not got enough DRS to go again. Doug is on the lap. A drama at the end of qualifying. Absolute drama. Ginaudi is not going to be able to set a lap. He's going to start from the back, and he's going to be absolutely fuming with that, with the Aston Martin. Jack is not going to improve as well. Poem is not going to improve. He's just going to go to the line. Strategy. This looks like it is Pera's qualifying and strategies, the 2 gold drivers. Doug in the Red Bull to the line, stays P14. Udit in the Haas is going to be the last driver to settle up. And the checkered flag has been waved now. So Udit will be the last driver to settle up. It is Pera on pole again at the moment. So Udit is improving. He's going to be around the middle of the pack here for Udit. The Haas driver out of turn 14 and 15. Does have an Aston Martin behind him. Don't know who that is, but it is going to be Udit last to the line. And the Haas driver goes up to P11. Doug in the Red Bull is not improving, so that is it for qualifying, and it is Pera on pole here in Brazil. And it's a 108.114 for pole position. Taylor's pole position would have put in P6 for this race. So that just shows you the level that the bronze drivers are at the moment. Incredible. It's so competitive in every division, which is great to see. So Pera will start on pole position for today's Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Strategy will start in P2 and Sam the man on the second row of the grid in P3. Poem alongside him in the Aston Martin in P4, and on the third row of the grid the championship leaders in Banana in P5 and his contender in P6 of Merckx. On the fourth row of the grid it's Fairjack in the Williams and Matt Robertson in the Alfa Romeo in P7 and P8. And on the 5th row of the grid, it's F7R Jack in the Ferrari in P9 and Destroyer in the McLaren in P10. A very competitive session. Alvaro, I've been topping up my juice with performance enhancing drinks. On the old peds. Yeah, it's very tight. So, we are live for the sprint race. It looks clear at the moment, but you never know what you're going to get in Brazil. You're always going to get a little bit of weather change. So here we go. This is it for the sprint race here in the Silver Division at F7. And it's lights out and away we go. Down towards turn 1 they go. It's Sam the Man already through on strategy. And it's Banana already up in position. Round the outside of the Aston Martin. In towards turn 1 they go. Jack is clear. Destroyer is going down a few positions in the McLaren. There's a Ferrari off the track. That's Mir Grandis. Ginaudi goes through on the Williams and the Ferrari. PX Limits is still at the back in a minute. But Sam the Man is chasing down Pera. Strategy in the Alfa Romeo. Banana in the Alfa Tauri. Poem in the Aston Martin. Fear Jack in the Williams. All there in your top 6. Merckx is down a place as well. Matt Robertson in the Alfa Romeo staying in P8 and P9. And Destroyer in the McLaren is round. The Papaya driver down to P19. We'll have to make the recovery, but it is only the sprint race. Yellow flags are waving. It's very competitive at the start of this Grand Prix. But it is Pera that leads to Sam the Man, the American driver, here in South America. Strategy in the Alfa Romeo. Banana is there in the Alfa Tauri. Can win the championship here today, but needs to get rid of Merckx, who's in P7 in the Aston Martin. Remember, DRS is not enabled yet. All the drivers going through safe and sound. Great driving from Bowen. Might even make a move on Banana here into the slipstream. Goes the Aston Martin on the Alfa Tauri. We'll try and look for a move. It is on the mediums though. Banana on the softs. Mir Grandis down the inside of a Fixter. Can Fixter come back? Remember, he is on the mediums, so he will be a little bit slower at the moment. But he is still chasing down the Scuderia. Down the inside, backs out. Good racing from the pair of them. Well done to Mir and Fixter there. Well, PX Limits at the back with Destroyer. Pera is still leading to Sam the Man. Banana, his strategy will stay on the softs for the remainder of this race. Remember, DRS is now enabled. Here comes Sam the Man looking for a move. Strategy just watches on as they continue to squabble, which will be good for the Alfa Romeo driver. The Ferrari of F7R Jack on Matt Robertson. Is he going to look for a move? The Scuderia driver. Oh, down in towards turn 4. And the Aston Martin went a little bit deep, and that might open the door for Matt Robertson in the Alfa Romeo to go round the outside here in the sprint race. And the Alfa Romeo does get the move done on Merckx. Now Jack is next. And the Aston Martin driver definitely has a target on his back here. He's on their mediums. He will be a little bit slower for now. There is yellow flags waving as well think that, oh, it's a VSC. I'm not sure why there's a VSC out. So Sam the Man is now your race leader. So they have opened up a huge gap to Banana here. Nearly 3 seconds under the VSC. Remember, there can be no overtaking under the VSC. But Perry is getting ready for that VSC to end. May Grandis is into the pit lane. Did he get damage? He did get front wing damage. It looks like that might have brought out the VSC. When is it going to end? Because Perry is raring to go here. Now it's caught back up now. Oh, Fixter gets a drive through. That is so unlucky for the Williams. And that might be sprint race over for him. Ginaudi on the back of Doug. The Mercedes driver on the back of the Red Bull. Sergio Silva is there as well. Cryptic Salt. Sergio Silva will be bidding to get through these Red Bulls as quick as possible. And Merckx. Oh, Matt Robertson makes a mistake and Jack is through. What about Viva? And that is Sergio Silva onto the grass. Did he have a collision with Cryptic Salt? Merckx in the DRS zone. Pera not able to make the move on Sam the Man just yet. Down in towards the centre S's at turn 1. Ginaudi is through on Doug. The Red Bull driver loses a position to the Mercedes. Oh, right over the curb he goes. Destroyer as Fixter goes in to serve his drive-through time penalty. Sam the Man has been overtaken by Pera. Udi is through on Viva, the wheel to wheel, and that is a Haas off the track. It's Udi. He's going from bad to worse today. So, not a single DNF in the sprint race. Fingers crossed. Sam the Man in the McLaren. Coming out of turn 14. Cryptic Salt is through on Viva, but Viva is going to try and come back. Viva will go down the inside of Cryptic Salt in the Red Bull. But he will slot back in. Jack is through in the Ferrari on Matt Robertson. Cryptic Salt is going wheel to wheel with UFR 1 Viva. And down through the centre S's, side by side they go. Viva just backing out. Sensible driving. Sam the Man, Pera, Strategy Banana, Poem. Any of these drivers could win this sprint race. Doug is now starting to join the battle, and so is Ginaudi. Udi is down to P14. Strategy is through. Sam the Man has lost a few positions. He's made a huge mistake. Doug is through on Viva, but Sam the Man has lost a lot of positions there. What happened to him? It moved Strategy up to P2 and Banana up to P3. And at the moment, Banana is putting one hand on the championship trophy in this sprint race with 6 points, and Merckx with none. He only needs something like 21 points to be crowned champion. Here comes Sam the Man to take that position back, and the McLaren driver down the inside into the centre S's at turn 1. Ginaudi is through on Doug as well. The Mercedes on the Red Bull. And Fear Jack. He's not going to be able to get that position back, but here comes Poem on the inside of Banana. Banana trying to squeeze him to the left. And wheel to wheel they go. And the Aston Martin, remember, is on their mediums. Is Banana going to be able to fight this? He's got so much more grip, Poem, and Banana backs out and thinks better of it. He's not got to be so aggressive because of the position that he's in. And Fear Jack in the Williams is round. That moves everybody up a position, and Cryptic Salt. Ginaudi now up into P10. Wow, from P20. Sam the Man on Banana. The two friends nearly touching. Strategy is into the lead of this Grand Prix now for the first time today. With 4 laps of this sprint race to go. It's Poem and Pera that will chase him down. Pera got a really good exit and the Haas driver looks like he'll take it right back out the hands of Strategy, and the Greek driver is back into the lead. Sam the Man goes down the inside of Banana, who will try the old switcheroo. Both on equal ERS. Ginaudi is through on Cryptic Salts finally. Cryptic Salts will try the old switch back, and he's now got his teammate on the back of him. Remember, Cryptic on them soft compound tyres. Doug is there as well. Ginaudi is up to P9. Doug is going to try and go for the move on his teammate. He does. Cryptic Salt will switch it back. The Red Bull went deep, and Fear Jack is now down into P12 and interested in this battle. So, Fear Jack right on the tail of Cryptic Soul, who is weaving and waving. Merckx is now into the points. Only a single point, but he's about to double them points on Matt Robertson. And up towards P7 we go. Poem in the Aston Martin is now into P2. Could we have our 5th race leader of this Grand Prix in lap 9 of this sprint race? And Poem will go into the lead of this Grand Prix. And that is the 5th different driver to lead this sprint race in 9 laps. Viva on Cryptic Salt, the Alpine driver, will go down the inside of the Red Bull. And there's nothing that Cryptic Salt can do about that one. Udi right on the back of Sergio Silva, fixed after that drive-through time penalty. But it is Poem that leads on lap 9. Hera in P2, Strategy P3. It's Sam the Man in P4. PX limits, 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I think he's going to call it a day. He is. He's really struggling with them screen freezes. So Pera, he's got a lot more ERS than the Aston Martin, and the Haas driver will move back into the lead of this Grand Prix. Wow, he did not give Poem much space there. Pera was practically pushing into him down the straight. But the Aston Martin will take that position right back. Perry just needs to be careful here. He is on them softer compound tyres, so he will start to feel the grip loosen. And Poem, who is the front runner of the mediums, is in a great position for this sprint victory. Here comes Banana now on Sam the Man. And Pera still trying to make a move on the Aston Martin. There's yellow flags waving as well. That is an Alpha Tauri that's come out of the pit lane. Udi with 3-second time penalty. This is amazing. Any of the 6 drivers could win this Grand Prix. We are on lap 10 going on to 11. And the Aston Martin is the one that leads, but Pera right on his tail. He might even lose 2 positions here, the Aston Martin. Going down towards the start-finish line. Here comes the Alfa Romeo on the Haas. They're going to go 3 wide in towards turn 1 at the centre S's, and Strategy is now your race leader once again. Down the inside goes the Aston Martin. Sam the Man and Banana Jack is there as well. And down the Retta Aposta straight they go on lap 11 of 12 of this sprint race. Strategy is the leader. Pera still looking for an overtake. The pole sitter now in P3. And it's getting tasty at the front. Fear Jack on the back of Doug in the Red Bull, the Williams driver. Cryptic Salt in the Red Bull on Viva in the Alpine. Will go down the inside of turn 4. Leaves the Alpine in the room. Side by side they go, but it is Cryptic Salt that comes out in front for now. And Viva just having to back out. Udi is there. Sergio Silva as well, just watching on. But Strategy is the race leader going on to the final lap. It's probably not the best position that you want to be in, but because Poem is going to do exactly what I thought, and the Aston Martin driver is going to take the lead going on to the very final lap of this race. Strategy will slot into P2, but has Poem got enough to stay in front. Perez there, Sam the Man, Banana and Jack as they go through the centre S's. Doug is through on Ginaudi, who's into the pit lane. Ginaudi from P9 is into the pit lane on the last lap of this race. What is he doing? Poem has managed to stay in front of Strategy. Will the Alfa Romeo be able to get the Aston Martin before the line? This is going to be so close. So Ginaudi goes right to the back. And he's now going to use another set of tyres that he's going to lose for the race. Was that a little sprinkle of rain there coming down? But Poem is going to go in towards turn 12 on this sprint race in the lead of this Grand Prix. Strategy knows what he's got to do to get him before the line. He's very close. The battery is being burned by the Aston Martin, but here comes the Alfa Romeo of Strategy. Down towards the line they go. The Alfa Romeo takes the victory in the sprint. Banana is out. What has happened to Banana? He's crashed it before the line. Look how close he is. The driver that could be crowned world champion is literally a foot away from the finish line and has crashed in the sprint, and he will start from the back of this Grand Prix. Unbelievable. So that is your sprint race over, and it is Strategy that takes the win. Poem in the Aston Martin takes P2, loses it on the line. Pera, who started on pole position, takes P3. Sam the Man P4, Jack takes P5. What a drive, and Merckx takes P6. So the feature race is about to start now. So the results of the sprint race are: Strategy takes the race win to Mr. Poem in the Aston Martin in P2, F7R Pera in P3, Sam the Man in the McLaren in P4, Jack in the Ferrari P5, Merckx in P6, Matt Robertson in P7 and Doug in the Red Bull in P8. They're the drivers that finish in the points, and there's the rest of the grid just for screenshots. 1 second. I need the times, not the penalties. Right, let's go to the race. Matt, thank you so much, mate. Subscribe with Prime, 22 months. That is amazing. Really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate the support. We've had a lot of subs today. So the sun is shining in the feature race, which is good. Good for the drivers. Doesn't look like we will get rain. So here we go. This is it for the feature race here in Brazil for Formula 7. And it's the lights out and away we go. Down towards turn 1, the Aston Martin moves to the left. Pera is going to try and come through the middle. Pera for the lead of this Grand Prix. The Alfa Romeo clatters into the back of him. The Ferrari of Jack is squabbling with the Aston Martin, and Merckx dug in the Red Bull. Losing positions. Then you've got the Alfa Romeo of Matt Robertson trying to go through the middle of the pair of them. Down towards Turn 4, the Haas is trying to take the lead of this Grand Prix, but it is Bowen that is the race leader. Pair of the Greek driver in P2 with Strategy in P3. Sam the Man and the American driver in the McLaren in P4 will try and go up the inside of Strategy. Merckx in P5, who's the championship contender, nearly clatters into the back of the McLaren, does hit him, but does not spin the papaya. Matt Robertson is there. Jack's lost a few positions. Doug in the Red Bull. Viva Destroyer Sergio Banana is already up a few places into P13. Udi is trying to come down the inside of the Ferrari driver of Mir Grandis, but it is a couple of drivers at the back. PX Limits Fixter are at the back. Ginaudi and Fear Jack. What has happened? But Pera will try and take the lead in this Grand Prix again. Into the slipstream. Cryptic Soul and Viva is out. A huge crash. VSC. And how have they ended up in the wall there? That is incredible. Sergio Silva is out. Where has Sergio Silva crashed it? That is absolutely crazy. I don't know where Sergio's crashed it. I can see the screen freezes for PX Limits. I don't know why that is doing that. So, Pera is the race leader. It's a full course safety car for the first time today, and it's 4 DNFs on the opening lap of this Grand Prix. Viva and Cryptic Soul with a huge crash, maybe caused Sergio Silva to crash, and then PX Limits with them screen freezes having to retire in this Grand Prix. So drama at the start of this Grand Prix. But it is Pera that is back into the lead to Mr. Bowman in the Aston Martin, Strategy in the Alfa Romeo. And Sam the Man in the McLaren is there. Merckx in the Aston Martin, Matt Robertson, Jack, Doug right on the tail of the Ferrari, Destroyer in the McLaren, Mir Grandis, Udi. Oh wow! Oh, I think it was a lag from Sergio Silva leaving, but it looked like Fair Jack just crashed into the Haas there. Banana is all the way down into P15. So the safety car will stay out for another lap with Banana and 2 of the drivers still trying to catch up. So we go on to lap 4. Safety car should be in this lap. I don't know, with Gennady pitting again, it might stay out, but I'm hoping not. There we go, it is in. So we are going to go back racing. And it is Pera that will lead the way. No DRS now until lap 8. Poem trying to get as close as possible to Pera. As they all get ready to go again. And Pera's gone early. Poem did really well to stay with him. Strategy into the slipstream of the Aston Martin. They've left the others behind. Strategy will stay in behind. In towards the centre S's at turn 1. Sam the Man goes deep. Merckx as well. That is a Ferrari round. No, it isn't. It's a car round. It's a Red Bull of Doug who's been spun. And there's a lot of action in the middle of this pack. Banana is trying to catch on to the pack now. And here goes the Williams through on the Alpha Tauri down the inside of his Williams teammate. And then on the back of the Haas. So Fixter is through on Fair Jack. And Fair Jack will do probably everything he can to hold off Banana behind and help his teammate out, who is a full-time silver driver. Fixter will go down the inside of Udy, and that is great racing from the pair of them. Brilliant stuff. And Destroyer in the McLaren on the back of May Grandis, who's now back up to P8. But there's a great battle going on here. Oh, the Mercedes made a slight mistake. That was Gennady that nearly lost it. And Banana is still chasing him down. He's gone deep. And he's opened up the door for Banana. And he says, thank you very much. The Alpha Tauri driver, the championship leader, goes on through. And down towards turn 1. That is Pera on the Aston Martin. The Haas and the Aston Martin. They touch. And Strategy is through. What about Sam the Man as well? And Strategy is trying to make the move. The Alfa Romeo on the Aston Martin. What a battle for the lead of this Grand Prix. And the Alfa Romeo is through. What about Pera? He's got Sam the Man and Merckx on the back of him. Merckx, who's second in the Drivers' Championship. Jack just watching all the drama unfold. He knows that something will probably happen. But it is Strategy once again, your sprint race winner, who is leading this Grand Prix. It's so hard to shake a driver off away from that DRS in a track like Sao Paulo. So, Fair Jack is trying to defend against his teammate, for his teammate. Here comes Destroyer. DRS is now enabled. The McLaren driver not able to make the move, but going down in towards turn 1. It is still Strategy. And the Ferrari of May Grandis staying in front of Destroyer. Good racing all round so far. Doug is not too far away here. Remember, DRS is now enabled. We'll see a few overtakes going down in towards turn 1. Banana just does not seem to have the pace here this afternoon. Oh, that is a Ferrari of May Grandis, who's lost the car and unbelievably looks like he's escaped with 0 damage. That is unbelievable. He's the driver that caused the VSC in the sprint race. He's already had a crash in the feature race, and then again, he's the only driver really struggling here. Again, nearly loses it. Matt Robertson with Merckx on his tail. No, sorry, Sam the Man with Merckx on his tail. And for the lead of this Grand Prix, Mr. Poem takes the lead. And Sam the Man is through on Merckx as well. Can Strategy take it back? Goes to the right and onto the grass to go around Mr. Poem and back in to the lead of this Grand Prix. What a race we are seeing here in Brazil. May Grandis is out in the pit lane. We said he was struggling with this Grand Prix. Jack is just not getting involved. He's not burning his tyres. He's just staying out of trouble and watching the drivers battle ahead of him. We know how good he is at sort of doing strategies and his race IQ as well. Fixed into the points in the Williams. Udi in P9, Destroyer in P8 on the back of F7R Jack, down in towards turn 12. And the Aston Martin driver will look to overtake the Alfa Romeo again, but it looks like he's a little bit too far back. Is he going to make a lunge for it, the Aston Martin driver? No, thinks better of it. And Sam the Man is through on Pera, but clatters into Mr. Poem, who loses the car. Sam the Man wipes out the Aston Martin and is in P2. The American driver here in Sao Paulo is up to P2, but at the cost of an Aston Martin who has had a fantastic Grand Prix thus far. Jack, who has been patiently waiting, knew this was going to come, and he's just taking these positions as they come. So Poem is now on the back of Ginaudi and looking for that recovery drive. It was a lunge from the McLaren which cost the Aston Martin 12 positions in this race. Pera in the Haas. Oh, he gets a little squirrely coming out of turn 12, and Merckx will capitalise on the mistake from the Haas, and in to the podium places goes the championship contender. Here comes Matt Robertson now on Pera. Is he going to look for the move? Just backs out, thinks better of it. Poem is finally through on Ginaudi. Banana is through on Fear Jack. Banana showing the pace. Is Fear Jack going to try and come back at him? The Williams driver into the slipstream, and the Williams will go to the inside of the Alpha Tauri, and they're wheel to wheel. The reserve driver in the Williams with the championship leader in the Alpha Tauri just pushing him wide. And still they go at it, and Banana lunges back down the inside of the Williams. Great racing from them. Jack will have the inside line on Banana, but then it will switch back the other way. And the AlphaTauri driver is now up to P10, but he is out of DRS range of a fixed in front. So Fear Jack doing an incredible job for his teammate. Destroyer is now with the pack, and Merckx having a look on Sam the Man. He's already took out his teammate. Poem is through on Fear Jack as well. Fear Jack losing so much pace and time today. It's not like him. Pera on the back of Merckx. Can he take back this podium position? And Jack is through on Matt Robertson. The Ferrari driver is up to P5. He's making moves now, Jack. Poem is through on Banana, going down the inside, the Aston Martin on the AlphaTauri, and Poem makes it look easy, and Banana, nothing he can do, goes back out of the points. This is what the Silver Championship should have been like all season. What a competitive race all round. Sam the Man, still not close enough to Strategy, who's got a lot more ERS than the McLaren driver. The Aston Martin of Merckx in at P3. Is he going to be able to make the move on the McLaren? We shall see. Here comes Destroyer on Matt Robertson down the inside. A fixture on Udi. What a race the Williams is having. And Banana is back through on Poem. And he's nearly 8 attempts clear. And now Poem has been left to the dogs of Fear Jack and Ginaudi and Doug. And Ginaudi as well. Here comes Fear Jack on the back of the Mercedes. Looking for the move. Oh, Ginaudi's onto the grass and spun it. The McLaren driver, the Mercedes driver. Yellow flags are waving. Peru started on pole position, down into P4. And Jack, who has been patiently waiting, watching. This is a fantastic battle. It is strategy that still leads on lap 13. I think we'll see a lot of changes when the pit stops start coming in. Sam the man having a really good race actually. Look at the gap. Only a second separate, 1.2 seconds separate the top 6 drivers. It is unbelievably close. Oh, did the Ferrari go a little bit deep there? He did, and he's give Destroyer a slight opportunity. And Matt Robertson is just trying to keep with this DRS train. Look how close this DRS train is. On at lap 14 as well. And I think Destroyer got a really good exit there. He did, and the McLaren driver is on a rampage here after a disastrous sprint race. Destroyer is up to P5. What a race. Is Sam the man close enough to strategy to try and make a move finally? He has a little look again, but still he's not able to do it. And look at that move from the McLaren. That is Destroyer going for the double overtake. And he just got the Aston Martin and the Haas. The Aston Martin going to try and come back at him. The Haas is lagging. The McLaren of Destroyer down in towards turn 1. It's because PX Limits is leaving. The Aston Martin will go down the inside of Destroyer, who's into the podium positions. What a drive from Destroyer. Merckx is there. The Ferrari of F7R. Jack with Pera in. The Haas losing multiple positions. Jack, the Aston Martin, the Ferrari, they're going to go 3 wide. The Ferrari backs out. Great driving. Knows what a dangerous run it is going up the inside of turn 4. The Aston Martin will go at the McLaren once more. Destroyer back down to P4. Strategy still your race leader, Sam the man in P2, but the battle is heating up for this last remaining podium position at the moment. Matt Robertson is back with the train. Banana is in P8. He's still not able to catch up to this pack. He's just not got the pace today, the championship leader. Destroyer trying to make moves. He's made up so many positions. Matt Robertson is through on Pera. And Pera from pole position is down to P7. Matt Robertson on F7R. Jack down to the centre S's we go. Pera is also through on the Ferrari. Driver tries to lunge on the inside. Nearly takes the Ferrari with him. And if it wasn't for Jack backing out there, he would have been caught up from Pera's dangerous driving, really. Fear Jack is out in the pit lane. Destroyer is now 2 seconds behind the front 2. This battle is getting tasty. Pera's opened up a 2-second gap to the Aston Martin and Merckx. Fixter still in P9. He's got Udi on the back of him and he's chasing down Poem. Pera lunged down the start of turn 1 in the centre S's and nearly collected the Ferrari with him, but he's started to settle back down again. Could we get another McLaren double podium like we had in bronze. We're on lap 16, 20 to go. It is strategy that leads to Sam the Man in P2, the American driver here in South America. And Jack is back through on Matt Robertson. Merckx is back through on Destroyer. Through the center S's they go. And down the Retta Aposta straight with that DRS enabled. And Destroyer will move to the left on the Aston Martin. Wheel to wheel. The Aston Martin backs out with the old switcheroo. Can he make it stick? He cannot. And Merckx will have to settle back in behind him. Jack trying to catch up to the house driver of Pera. Sam the Man has been doing everything just to stay with strategy. We are nearly halfway through this Grand Prix. Merckx in the Aston Martin will love the fact that Banana is down in P13 and he's up into P4. I know he's probably thinking I've got a very, very, very slim chance of winning this championship. But this race is falling into my favour. Sam the Man with the DRS again. The more DRS these two drivers in front get, they will start to move away from the drivers behind. A lot of the drivers have moved out of DRS. Matt Robertson not able to catch Jack this time. A fixture on Poem, the Williams driver on the Aston Martin. Looking for a move, so is Udit. And Banana on the back of Ginaudi. Udit with a 3-second time penalty. Here comes Banana in the AlphaTauri. The McLaren driver of Ginaudi into the pit lane he goes. So the drivers are starting to pit. Let's get the tyres up. So we are coming in to that crossover stage now. All the drivers on hards should be pitting. And all the drivers on mediums I thought would have already pitted, because now they're going to end up doing more laps on the hards than they did on the mediums. So, strange. If you're going to do the medium to hards, you've got to come off the hards early and go on to the... come off the mediums early and go on to the hards, so you do more laps on the hards than you do on the mediums. I think we'll see some of the drivers pit. No, maybe they're going for the softs at the end. So no changes in position this lap. Destroyer does go deep and he's opened up the door for Merckx to take that P3 away from him. The Aston Martin driver of UFRL Merckx on Destroyer track. And the Aston Martin says thank you very much and takes that P3 back away. And Merckx, who's sitting P2 in the championship, is P3 in this race. Banana gets the fastest lap, but it means nothing in the position he's in at the moment. Destroyer in the McLaren. He's on the mediums. He will definitely be feeling that tyre degradation now on that McLaren. I'm very surprised. He's got to be going for softs. I can't see why he would stay out so long on the mediums if he was doing medium to hard strategy. Strategy stays out. Sam the Man stays out. Merckx stays out. So does Destroyer. Pera, Jack, Matt Robertson, Owen. If I was maybe Matt, Jack or Pera now, I would have tried the undercut here, got off them hards and gone onto the mediums. I really would. Because you'll make up so much time on the mediums. And here comes Destroyer back on Merckx and says anything you can do, I can do better. And up to P3 goes the McLaren driver. Sam the Man is round. Sam the Man from P2 in this race is round and down to P7. Oh, what a shame for him. Should he have gone onto them mediums? I think Sam the Man has to go for that undercut now. He has to. And he could still have a chance at this race. Merckx and Destroyer are both into the podiums now. Strategy has been left clear. Who's going to go for the undercut? I really do think some of the drivers have missed an opportunity here. Especially the ones in P4, 5 and 6. Strategy stays out. So does Destroyer. Mercs is in. Mercs is into the pit lane. Jack has stayed out. Matt's in. I think this is a great strategy. Oh, Matt, 5 seconds. He must have just gone over. And also Poem as well. I think this is a great strategy for them. So Matt, Poem and Mercs are into the pit lane. Do any of the drivers follow now? Where does Mercs come out? He's probably going to come out just in front of Banana. So Mercs has pitted and come out in front of his championship rival. He is absolutely giving it to Banana today. Banana has already done 6 laps on mediums and he's still 2 seconds behind Mercs, who's just come out on fresh tyres. Mercs is on a completely different level to his championship contender, who is the championship leader in today's race. Incredible stuff. So Strategy will stay out again, so will Destroyer, so will Para. What does Jack do? We know his race IQ is up there with some of the best, and into the pit lane he goes, he's speeding. He went in so quick. I can never understand why the drivers speed into the pit lane. You'll lose, if you slow down even to a snail's pace, you'll only lose a second other than lose 5. I just never understand the speeding into the pit lane penalty. So where does Mercs come out? Banana, Jack is on his way out. Matt Robertson, that undercut looks like it has worked. A treat here. Jack, Matt Robertson is going to come out in front of Jack, so the undercut has definitely worked. I've got a feeling that Mercs will be your race leader when these pit stops are over. Yeah, I know, Jay. I can never understand the penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Not because of the drivers or anything. It's just, for me, I always think, just slow down and even if you have to creep into the pit lane, what are you going to lose, a second or 2 instead of having a 5-second penalty leaning over your head to the end of the race? But that's the 5th driver that's got a speeding into the pit lane penalty today. And we had a few in bronze as well. It's the worst penalty to get, I think. Worse than corner cutting and all that. Because it's 5 seconds as well, and all for what? Going a couple of miles an hour over the speed limit into the pit lane. You've gained nothing, but you've lost so much. So Strategy is your race leader. I'm just looking at Mercs, and he is absolutely flying. Destroyer is catching up to Strategy on the mediums. That is unusual for Destroyer, who is on medium, 22 lap old medium tyres. And there is Doug hunching out it. And the Red Bull driver is in front of the Mercedes. What does Strategy do now? He stays out again. So does Destroyer. So does Para. Wow. Look at Mercs. He's absolutely flying. He's going to have DRS on Fixter as well. Jack and Matt Robertson are catching up to Banana at a rapid pace. And Mercs will have to make a quick move on this. Williams moves to the right. And Mercs is up to P4 already and chasing down the drivers in front of him. This undercut is going to be very strong. And here comes Jack on the back of Matt Robertson. They are already within DRS range of Banana in the Alpha Tauri. He's not been great today. 12 laps to go. And Matt Robertson will try and make light work of the banana peel in front. And Matt will move to the right. And through he goes. The Alfa Romeo is through. The Ferrari of Jack will have to be patient and wait now as the Alpha Tauri tries to cover the inside corner. And Banana going very slow. Like very slow through the corner. And he's losing a lot of time now, Jack. And Destroyer and Para is into the pit lane. And Jack has lost already 1.8 seconds to Matt Robertson in front. And now he's 2 seconds behind Matt Robertson. And Banana has really slowed Jack up here into the corners. And Jack will have to get through on the Alpha Tauri, and he does. And Jack is through, and Sam the Man is there now as well. And Merckx is up to P2. Destroyer is going to come out behind Matt Robertson, but in front of Jack. Destroyer is onto the soft compound tyres though. He is going to be rapid till the end of this Grand Prix. Merckx, the undercut. He's 6.5 seconds in front of Destroyer with that undercut. But remember, Destroyer is on the softs, but Merckx is only on full lap, all mediums. I said that one of the drivers needed to go for that undercut. I think strategy could potentially be throwing this Grand Prix away here. Over the corner he goes, and yeah, completely slows down. Here comes Merckx. Now is where does strategy come out? Strategy getting them new tyres on them soft compounds. Merckx is through. Fixter is into the pit lane. Matt Robertson is going to be the driver that might come out in front of strategy. Destroyer is through. Destroyer with the undercut is going to try and chase down strategy. Destroyer and strategy for P2 in this race. It's going to be very close. Destroyer is going to come out in front, and strategy is going to come out behind Jack and Matt, and he has Pera on his tail. Merckx is 6 seconds clear of the pack with 10 laps to go. So Matt will know that his teammate's on his tail. Jack is there as well. Pera in the Haas. Sam the Man, Banana, who is on them old medium tyres, is in P8, but he could find himself out of the points by the end of this Grand Prix. Jack on the back of Matt Robertson will look for the move. Needs a good exit, and strategy on them soft compound tyres will need to get through this Ferrari and the Alfa Romeo as quick as possible. And side by side they go. They're too wide, going down towards the centre S's. The Ferrari does have the inside line. Strategy goes out wide and then in towards turn 2, and the Ferrari slots in behind him. Pera with a 3-second time penalty. That is huge. Udi, Banana is back into the pit lane again. And his race goes from bad to worse. He will go to the back of this grid. Jack is up to P4. Remember, he does have that penalty though. So Merckx, Destroyer and Strategy are your top 3. The gap is now 4.9, so they are definitely catching up to Merckx here. Pera is through on Jack. Did he make a mistake? Did Jack get through? Did Pera get through? Sorry. In at P5 is Jack. Sam the Man in the McLaren just knocks into the Alfa Romeo. He did the same thing to another driver. No, sorry, that was Pera. Sam the Man went down the inside, so Matt has found himself clattered into twice now. Here comes Sam the Man. He looks like he's got a lot more straight line speed than the Alfa Romeo, but he's just not able to make it work this lap. And Sam the Man in the McLaren is having to do another recovery drive after spinning out. Banana is all the way down into P12 after that pit stop. Merckx is in prime position to win this race. Now what an ending to the season that would make it. If you asked Banana before this race what kind of Grand Prix you did not want to have, this would have been it. Banana now stuck behind the Red Bull of Doug. And Doug will not make it easy for the Alpha Tauri driver. And the more he stays behind the Red Bull, the more time the Alpha Tauri driver in the sister car will lose. And he's going to try and go the long way round, and he does make it stick. And that's a great move from Banana. And Sam the Man is through on Matt Robertson, down in towards the centre S's. And the McLaren driver is up to P6. He's outside DRS range of Jack, though. And Destroyer is now only 3.1 behind Merckx with 7 laps to go. Is it going to be possible? Duck has come back at Banana. Wow. And that is going to cost Banana so much more time than he really wanted to give to the other drivers. Schnaudy back into the pit lane. And Doug is putting up one hell of a fight here in that Red Bull. He knows Banana's on them fresh tyres. Down the inside he goes. And Doug, I think the fight is over for him there now. What a race. Merckx. It's close. 2.1 is the gap now. I think he is going to be caught. But them soft tyres will be struggling by the end. Jack, Fear Jack, I hope you didn't join this Grand Prix to slow Banana down in the race, mate. Because it did. You looked very slow and like you were giving away positions, like when A-Fixter overtook you and you slowed down to Banana. I hope that you wasn't joining this race to slow down Banana, because that would be a huge, huge penalty, mate. You cannot do that. I hope that's not the case. 1.3 is the gap now from Destroyer to Merckx. Who is going to win this race? 6 laps to go. Merckx is the leader to Destroyer Drac, who's come from all the way back. And Strategy in at P3. Poem, after being spun out, is in P8. So Destroyer is finally within DRS range. He didn't get it this lap though. Following on Matt Robertson, he will make this look easy. And the Aston Martin driver is through on the Alfa Romeo. So, Destroyer with that DRS to get back into the lead of this Grand Prix. The McLaren driver, the man from India, takes the lead in front of Merckx in the Aston Martin. Merckx did everything he could do to try and hold on. Can he stay with the papaya? Matt Robertson is back through on Poem, the Alfa Romeo driver, through on the Aston Martin. So both Aston Martins lose a position down in towards turn 1. A-Fixter is up to P9. He's got the overtake through on Udit. What a move. Banana still 2.9 behind them. 4 laps to go. Merckx in P2. Merckx looks dead set on a podium here, which is an incredible drive. And exactly what he needed. To be honest, he could do with getting the race win, Merckx, to put a dent into the lead that Banana has got. Strategy in the Alfa Romeo, chasing down the Aston Martin as well. Let's just have a look at tyres. So 6 and 7 laps on them softs, Merckx 11 on the mediums. I think they will be quite even in pace shortly. He didn't get DRS, Merckx, down in towards turn 1. Sam the Man is through on Jack, the Ferrari driver, having to give a position up to the McLaren. And Poem is back through on Matt Robertson. So he's having a good little tussle for P7 and P8. Yeah, I know you do, Jack. Don't worry. Strategy needs to make light work of this Aston Martin if he wants to still win this race. Oh, no! You've seen him go onto the curb. And Merckx might have just guaranteed himself an extra position here. Oh, we've seen Strategy just nip onto the curb ever so slightly, and it gave him a 3 seconds, so he already had 2 warnings. So Merckx and Destroyer are now fighting it out for the race victory here in Sao Paulo for the Brazilian Grand Prix. What a race we have seen here in the Silver Division. Destroyer leads to Merckx in P2, who is second in the Drivers' Championship. His championship contender of Banana down in P11 with 0 points on the board in this race. Banana is through on Udi, who goes wide and lets the AlphaTauri driver through. And up to P10, that is a point. And Jack with another 3 seconds. He is 7 seconds clear of Poem. But he's got 8 seconds worth of penalties, so he might lose that position. Strategy. Merckx is starting to chase down Destroyer here. This is going to be a really close finish. Matt Robertson is back through on Poem. This is great for Jack. This is exactly what he wants to see. Could Merckx still win it? What a strategy. Merckx will get that DRS again. This is going to be extremely close to the end of this race. Sam the Man could potentially be on for a podium, but he needs to make up a lot more time. No, I don't think he is going to be, actually. He's too far behind. Gennaro with a 3 second time penalty. 2 laps to go. Merckx and Destroyer fighting for the race win. Merckx has still got a lot of grip. Remember, Destroyer's done 10 laps on the soft compound tyres. Merckx has done 14 on the mediums. I really do believe that Merckx might be in a better position here. There goes Poem on Matt Robertson once again. 1 and a bit laps to go. Destroyer leads to Merckx in P2, Strategy in P3. Can Destroyer fend off the attack from the Aston Martin? The Aston Martin needs to stay within DRS range. Down in towards turn 12 they go. Merckx, could it be his race to win? Second in the Drivers' Championship. Down through turn 15 they go. He's 9 tenths behind. Strategy might put a dent in this challenge for the race victory here for Merckx. Down towards the centre S's. In towards turn 1 and 2. The Aston Martin needs to close the gap to the McLaren. Down the Retro-Aposta straight. Another DRS zone. He's flashing though. Here comes the Alfa Romeo. He's backing out. He does not want to challenge on the back of the Aston Martin. He's being sensible here, Strategy. He knows he's got a time penalty. He knows he's guaranteed that 3rd position. Banana is now up to P9. Gets the place back of a fixer, so it is 2 points on the board for him. But his championship rival is about to get 18, potentially 25. Them soft tyres after 11 laps for Destroyer will be burning now. Is Merckx in a better position? He's going to have DRS. He's going to have ERS as well. Down towards the start-finish line. This is it. What a race we've had. What 36 laps of entertaining racing. And Merckx, this is it. Can he take the victory away from Destroyer? Here comes the McLaren. Here comes the Aston Martin. Merckx got a great exit. The Aston Martin driver is closing. He's going to have DRS and ERS. He's closing to the line. But Destroyer does enough and wins here in Brazil. 2 tenths of a second was the gap. Strategy takes P3. Pera takes P4. What a race. Sam the Man in P5. Jack will lose quite a few positions. That 5 second for unserved penalty will get taken off, so Jack will actually stay in P6. Wow. What a race. What a Grand Prix. So there you have it. The second McLaren driver of the day to take the win. And Destroyer, the driver from India, tops the podium. So there you have it. Destroyer Drac is your race winner here in the Silver Division for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Ginaudi took the fastest lap away from Banana as well. Cheeky. So he does not get a point for that. Banana does finish in P9, which is still 2 points on the board, which is fantastic for his title hopes. It's probably near impossible for him to lose it at this stage, but anything can happen. Destroyer will get driver of the day from 13th on the grid to P1. Was a fantastic race. Brilliant to watch, really was. Banana, 4 pit stops. But that was a fantastic race, guys. I can't do... happy birthday as well, Destroyer. What a birthday present. What a race win. And driver of the day as well. Brilliant stuff, mate. Remember, guys, I do have to go and do some shopping for my nan and granddad. So I will be back for the Gold Division at 7 PM. Make sure you tune in, guys. Thank you so much for watching and supporting F7, as you always do. You always show up in numbers, and I can't help but love it, and thank you all so much. Congratulations to the podium sitters, and I will see you all later.